Welcome to the summer house of Jan Sobieski.
The guy that defeated the Ottomans in Vienna in 1683 and then thought, let's flex all my power all over Europe and built palaces just like this, Wilanów Palace.
The first stop on the tour is the Chinese rooms, which started when King Yan had a Chinese collection cabinet that all of the stuff from Asia he'd collected was displayed in. The collection has vastly been improved by all the owners of the palace over time, and there's a huge collection now spreading out over this floor.
In the 1700s, Europe was obsessed with China. All of the aristocrats would fill their palaces with dragons, pagodas, lots of exotic flowers on porcelain and silk, and Wilanów Palace is no exception, and this sums up what the craze was all about. Next to the China room is the hunting room. This was Jan Sobieski's passion. It's very masculine in here, quite dark compared to the other room. It has lots of images on the wall, mid-hunt, with animals, i.e. the dogs, what they have slaughtered. There's also some cannons and guns. Now, this was a real place of notability because this didn't just show off what he could do. If you were a keen hunter and a good one, then it was real propaganda to what sort of ruler you are. And Jan Sobieski, no different to many other rulers in that he wanted to show off. In this corner of Wilanów Palace is the apartments for Princess Isabella Lubomirska, who was also known as the Blue Marquis because she loved dressing in blue. Now, she was one of the most wealthy women in all of the Poland-Lithuania Commonwealth. Now, this was what was known as that salon area where they could gossip, bring in nobles and aristocrats over to talk about politics, their wealth, any sort of gossip they can think of. And compared to the other rooms such as the China room or the hunting room, this is very light, it's airy, but also painted in the pastels, the grand architecture as well shows off that wealth that she had. This is the White Hall. Now imagine coming in here in the 18th century. The windows open with all the light coming through. The checkered floorboard with nobles dancing like chess pieces. The chandelier glistening, musicians playing, artwork on the wall such as Jan Sobieski. This really was a place where nobles and aristocracy lived, a real sign of the power of the times.
In 1693, to commemorate the 10th anniversary of his victory at the battle in Vienna, this equestrian statue of King Jan was produced to show his power as a ruler in the area at the time. We are now entering the King's library that did store thousands of books when King Yan was in reign. But towards the end of his life, all his books were moved to his permanent residence. And since, this area has had several different purposes, including a chapel. However, interestingly, this is one of the areas of the palace that suffered damage during the war, and a decision had to be made what to turn this into and to restore it. They decided to make a hybrid decision to keep the chapel and to use this room on show for many of the portraits. Interestingly, they didn't know this was here until 1955. There used to be a wooden staircase here that led up to the first floor, and when they were redoing the staircase, they found these frescoes hidden behind. What an amazing find to find these just tucked behind.
Wilanów Palace actually shows off quite a few exhibitions throughout the years. This one is called Empty Frames. As you can see, there is no artwork. Now, during World War II, most of this palace was left untouched, unlike the rest of Warsaw. But there was a lot of pillaging, stolen artwork that is not here anymore, and people do not know the whereabouts. There is also a whole museum up here, so make sure you check it out. There's lots of artifacts, maces, artwork, statues. We're not going to show you all of that because otherwise, what's the point of you coming? So you come, check this out. Now we're going to go outside.
The gardens at Wilanów Palace are a gem in their own right. Right outside the palace, you've got the Baroque style gardens with the straight lines, strict hedges, and the statues staring each other down.
King so bold, with a lion's heart and hands of gold. From war's red fire, he claimed renown.
But walk slightly further out and it's more of an English style with the winding trees, the looser feel, more like a park and a lovely lake where people can enjoy even a little bit of kayaking going on. Obviously, these Roman gods, Greek gods, and heroic figures are scattered all the way through these gardens. Now, they're not just decorations. These are for when visitors would come to these parks and then see that Jan Sobieski was a well-cultured, God-favoured ruler. Well, I hope you've enjoyed just as much as we have going around Wilanów Palace. This has been a place which has pretty much stayed intact since the war.
The gardens here are absolutely beautiful, honestly. Like, the whole place is stunning.
No, the buildings inside was beautiful.
Is insane. But the gardens, considering we're right at the end of September, we're coming out of summer into autumn, still beautiful. The amount of flowers still in bloom here. Just wandering around, we are lucky. We are in a 31-degree day. So it is lovely and warm and sunny, which probably helps, but it's so beautiful just to look around.
It is gorgeous. Now, thank you so much for watching. Please do hit that like button and subscribe. All the socials are down there, and we will catch you on the next one.
Bye.